Hey Fin fans, welcome to the next episode of A Dolphin Across the Pond. Now, in my first video I did mention that I'd be posting another video about how I became a Miami Dolphins fan and why I became a Miami Dolphins fan. So here we go, this is it, this is the story. It's only a short one, but I thought it was worth sharing, and then you can tell me about how you became a Dolphins fan and why you became a Dolphins fan. So this all started Super Bowl 20, first game I ever watched. Chicago against the Patriots, 46-10. Bears tonked them, absolutely tonked them in that game. Weirdly, New England actually took the lead as well. They've got a field goal, 3-0 up, but that was some Bears team, wasn't it? They had, McMahon, the Fridge, Walter Payton, they had a charismatic coach in Mike Ditka as well. They were a fantastic team. Went the whole season, only lost one game. Remember who beat them? Still got a winning record, the only perfect season, still to this day. So, after that match, of course, it meant that I got from January to September with no football, and at the time, no team. What was I going to do? Which team was I going to follow? How was I going to decide that? So in the UK, American football was really quite new. It'd been shown on Channel 4, it was called, still is, but it'd been shown for the last year or so. But it was building steadily. But of course, there was nothing on the telly then. There was no American football news like there is today. You can get it on Sky Sports in the UK from America. There's nothing like that. So I had literally 9 months with no football to watch. So what happened? This bad boy came out in the UK, and it was an 18-part full sort of history of the NFL, showcased all the teams, the players. It gave you a breakdown of what the sport was all about, the history of the sport. It was fantastic, really, really good. And as you can see, I've still got it to this day. This came out in '86, it must have been. It was '86. And so they used to showcase all the teams, so there'd be like 2 teams per issue, and they'd focus on some of the players as well, the star players. And who was the very first star player? Dan the Man, Mr. Marino. So it would give an indication of what he did, where he started his college career, and then at the time his very, very short NFL career. But some of these stats are incredible. I mean, 1984 QB rating 108.9. 108.9. Incredible. But it got me thinking. I quite like the sound of the Dolphins. They got to the Super Bowl the year before, Super Bowl 19, against San Francisco. They'd obviously lost it, but they've got this up-and-coming young team. Dan Marino was the star quarterback at the time. I guess Joe Montana probably usurped him in some ways, winning a few Super Bowls. But Dan Marino was just it seemed to be the man. And backed up by the 2 marks, Clayton and Duper as well. Still got Don Shula as the coach. They just looked like a team that were going places. So it was partly that, really. I thought I liked the fact that they seemed to be a really offensive team, and I liked the look of them. I also thought their kit and their helmet design was the coolest as well. Still do, actually. So that had a little bearing on it. But that was it, really. That was what I thought. I just thought this is a team that they're going places. And for a while they did get into the playoffs, but of course the defence wasn't that amazing, not in comparison to the offence. And they never quite made it. And then the team just slowly got sort of worse, I guess. After Dan Marino's retirement. But I still love them. Here we are 40 years later. We're going into a new season, and I'm still full of hope that we can do something. But that was my reasoning for getting into the Dolphins. So I had to pick a team, and I picked them. Maybe I should have picked the Bears at the time. I mean, that would have been the easy one. Or, as I said in my first video, if I'd have picked the underdog as a typical Brit, as we do, and picked the Patriots, well, how did that pan out? It'd been a bit better than being a Dolphins fan, but it's not what I wanted. And I still don't, to be honest. I still wouldn't swap it. So that's my story. Over to you guys. Leave a comment for me. Tell me how you got into the Dolphins, what it is about the team that made you decide to start following them. Particularly, I guess, if you're not in America. I don't think I've got that many American subscribers, probably none. It's early days. But if you are, let me know. Maybe you're from Miami. There's an obvious reason. If not, let me know. I'd love to hear. And I'll catch you next one. Cheers, guys.